Welcome to day 9. We are here on the final day of the novena, the final day of this journey. Welcome back, all of you who've been walking with me through these 9 days, and welcome anybody who's new today. If you happen to be watching this on the 9th day, that is perfect, and I will invite you to just go back and watch the other days. So, the theme of this novena has been all about liberating the fearless inner child, right? Liberating your fearless inner child. That has been everything we've done up to this point. Every day, every journey through the chakra temples, all of it has come to this moment, this culmination, where we will be talking about the soul star chakra and also just bringing it all together. And sorry, the little thingy, there's like a, okay, yay, awesome. So welcome Jan, welcome Sharon. And before anything else, I did put on the newsletter and said yesterday I was going to do a raffle, a draw for those of you who are here live today. So I would ask you, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I get super excited about giving things away, but it's kind of like I kept not being sure how I would do it. So I'm going to ask you, if you're watching this live right now, please on the chat, you know, like on your chat thing, write, well, I'll know your name, but say, I'm here. Yeah, let's see. I should have come up with this. Say, enter me, please. Something like enter the draw, or I'm here. Something so I know when I look, the people that are here now. Hey, Jill. So just write that. Just be kind of like, I'm here, include me, something that will let me know that you are here. I said that whoever is eligible has to be here during the whole thing. I am giving a few minutes for people who I know kind of are ending some other things and are coming in late. So if you're watching this now, please make sure you write on the chat so when I look at it and I can write down the names for the draw, that you are here so that I know to include you. So what will you get? That's not the theme of this, but I just want to tell you, a copy of my book, Answering Your Inner Calling. Even if you have one already, you can gift this one. Or I will personalize it for you or for whoever you want to give it to. And I'm going to put an oracle card in there. I'm so super excited. Thank you, Jan. That's the perfect one. Yes, I am present. I am here. I am here, Ileana. Thank you. So just put that on there and I will know when we get to that part. Okay? So let's go ahead and open our circle. Okay, let's go ahead and open our circle here as we come to graduation day. Woohoo! So taking some nice cleansing breaths. Feel this, just all that has healed and cleared for you. Maybe you're not aware of it yet, but just trust. Trust that there's been so much that's been shifting beneath the surface, or maybe it's like right in your face, but it's like, oh my gosh, here it is. And we're here on the 9th day. With deep gratitude, just let's go ahead and extend our roots deep into the earth. Thank you, Sharon. Deep into the earth. And releasing anything that's unnecessary. Feeling the blessings of Mother Earth. I'm so happy that we gathered together in this way. Everyone who's here live and everyone watching the replay. And then let's connect all of our roots with each other. We've been doing this every day, so let's go ahead and connect one last time for this 9-day journey. Those of you who are here live, those of you who are watching the replay, let's go ahead and connect all of our roots with each other, creating this beautiful, beautiful sacred container. And we know that as we gather, we are able to receive more and release more. And we get to be blessed by everybody's medicine who is here. Everyone who is here, we get to receive the blessing of their presence, even if you don't know them. And let's go ahead and breathe all of that energy in. Let it move up the layers of the earth. Let it move up the bottoms of your feet, up your legs, your back, all the way to the crown of your head. Is just bathing you in this beautiful presence. And let's do our mudra of presence. I am present. I am here. And again, I am present. I am here. And again, I am present. I am here. And I want to remind anybody who's watching the transmission live right now to please, if you want to be entered in the drawing that I'm going to be doing, please make sure that you put on the chat window, I am present, I am here. Thank you, Jan, for that suggestion. So we do that. And let's bring the palms of our hands together. And of course, we know that your soul is here. Of course, we know that all of the divine masters, the divine teachers, we know that all of the guardian angels and archangels are here present. We welcome them. And I'm just feeling guided to name, of course, beautiful Green Tara, to name beautiful Mary Magdalene, beautiful Mother Mary, Krishna, Buddha, Ascended Master Jesus, and anyone else any other Ascended Master that you feel the presence, or you just want to invite the presence as beloved masters who love you unconditionally. So we encircle our space with that divine energy. And as that divine energy surrounds us, we also call, and actually let me slow down a little bit. Let yourself feel that circle of empowerment around you individually. So you have this circle of grace, of love and protection around you. And see it surrounding the entire circle. So see it surrounding this beautiful magenta golden light surrounding everyone here live, everyone watching the replay. Whenever you watch it, tomorrow, 5 years from now, it is all encoded in this transmission. And again, if you still have time, if you stepped in live and you want to be entered in the drawing, please make sure you put in the chat window, I am present, I am here, so I include you in that. And we call on the energy of the divine, great mystery, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, source, to surround us in miracles and grace and culmination, the energy of integration, culmination, celebration, as we are here on this 9th day. And again, if you haven't done all 9-day journeys with us, that is okay. You can go back and watch them, but you are here today, so it is perfect. And with that, we bring our palms together, bow to each other, and open up our beautiful sacred circle with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. Okay, so liberating our fearless child. Woohoo! Our fearless inner child. And Soul Star Chakra Temple today. So yesterday we talked about the crown chakra, right? I had my beautiful handy lotus flower, right? The crown chakra, you could see there. And now, and I compared it yesterday to this beautiful closet, right? And we were doing all this clearing of our thoughts and things, beliefs, especially that our inner child holds. Outdated beliefs that our inner child holds that keep us stuck or keep us sabotaging ourselves. And that work continues, right? That thought work is continuing. Hovering over the crown chakra, about 12 to 18 inches, is what's believed, is the soul star chakra. So this is one of those chakras that is not actually on our physical body, just like the earth star was, right, on day 1. Now we have the soul star chakra. And I was really guided to bring my selenite wand for some reason, although you can't see it, but if you saw it. So if you see this, so this kind of like pathway, thank you, here on the crown of your head. So hovering over the crown of your head is this beautiful portal. This beautiful, one of my teachers calls it a stargate. That is connected, that allows beautiful downpourings to flow into your crown chakra. So you see why it was so important yesterday to do the clearing, right? The opening of those petals in our lotus on the crown so that it could receive these beautiful downpourings. And our inner child is perfectly designed to have all of her beautiful little, chakras open and radiant, and her soul star chakra, are you kidding? It's like this beautiful vortex that is ready to receive. So what are divine downloads? What do they include? Of course, they include divine solutions for your own life, right? Divine creative solutions, divine creations that the divine, that your soul is saying, hey, you're meant to birth this. Hey, you're meant to change how this is done here on the earth plane. You're meant to write this book or write this blog or teach this class in this way, or you're meant to, heal children, right? Physical children that are out there, or teach children, or teach adults, or whatever it is you're meant to do. There's divine downloads of that. There's divine downloads of, personal healing for yourself, of relationship guidance, everything that you need from this higher seventh plane consciousness, right? This consciousness of the divine. So there's that level of it. And then there's the level of, divine solutions for humanity, for the collective. We are never on this journey for ourselves alone. If you're watching this, if you're drawn to my work, your ascension, your healing, your empowerment, your enlightenment journey is not just for you. It is for the world, right? It is consecrated that as I wake up, I'm waking up others. As you wake up, you're waking up others. That's how it is. That's what divine feminine leadership looks like. It's not about, okay, my enlightenment journey and that's it. No, it's like as we awaken, as we remember who we are reminding others, not by evangelizing or hitting them over the head with it or lecturing them or any of that. First and foremost, by your own beautiful light, your own beautiful presence that people are drawn to, and they start to just ask you, what are you doing? Like, how is it that you're thriving? How is it that you're in peace? How is it that you're in faith? How is it that you're still creating when the world around us seems so chaotic? And so that's one way, right, that you are a teacher. And then there's, of course, all the specific ways that you teach. So this soul star chakra is so important, is so essential. And the other thing about this center is that it allows, so let me back up a little bit. So we are here, right? You are here as the physical container to your soul, right? You know, or if you don't, I'm reminding you, somewhere inside you know this, right? That your soul is vast, is infinite, is eternally connected to source, is much more than this physical body. And yet in this human journey, we have this physical body. And when we are born into this physical body, we carry our soul's essence. There comes a point where we consciously understand that. And there comes a point when you are ready to carry more of your soul's light here in your human body and the human life. So it's almost like we're walking around with a certain percentage of soul energy. And as we continue with our spiritual journey, as we continue with our initiations, as we continue to do our inner child healing, as we continue with all of that, we can download more and more percentage of our soul's light and love and gifts and talents and all of that. So when you get to the point of consciously remembering, oh, I have a soul star chakra, a soul star temple, I can consciously open it so that I can download more of my soul's presence in me. Think about how amazing that is. Some people go through their lives, and I don't say this with any judgment because we've all been there, we've all had lifetimes like that for sure, with just a little percentage of their soul present. Of course, their soul's always with them. And we are here to download as much of our soul energy as possible while being grounded in our physical body. This isn't about spacing out or getting high on spirituality, but not not really being grounded and present in your life. What good is that? That maybe it feels good for a little bit, but it doesn't actually change our lives. It doesn't actually change the world. So that's not what this is about. This is like, let me open that stargate, receive those divine downloads, download more of my own soul's energy and love. That's how we birth heaven on earth. That's what we're doing. There's a lot more about the stargate, the soul star chakra. But again, this isn't an energy training. I'm just giving you enough for you to start to more intentionally download. Now, before continuing, you must remember that our chakra system, just like our physical body, is interdependent. They are not separate from each other. So before you're all like, okay, I am going to be all about opening my soul star chakra, remember that in order to really do that, your earth star chakra needs to be really open too. So there's this beautiful balance that's always in flow. That's really important, right? And the beautiful thing about this 9-day journey is that we've been taking that journey together, right? That it hasn't been, let's just focus on the soul star chakra and not the other centers, the other temples. And also that our inner child is in charge here. That our beautiful inner child is the beacon of light that the earth needs. And it's so interesting. I've been really, obviously in preparation, connecting with my inner child so much and so much more intentionally, and just all the synchronicity in my life that's happening to bring up more of that healing. And I love music, and I created my inner child playlist, right? Like a Phoenix Child playlist. And it's all sorts of songs in there. And I recognize in one of the songs I was really drawn to put in there is by Taylor Swift, Only the Young. And I was hearing it, and I know she wrote it, and she was really calling on youth, kind of saying like they're the future of our world, which is true in so many ways. But the other deeper way is, as I was hearing it, my inner child was all like dancing, but it was like, yes, it is our inner child that's gonna lead this ascension. Our inner child, protected and loved by our adult selves, is the answer. It absolutely is. So if there's nothing else you get from this journey other than that realization that inner child work is not indulgent, is not for the faint of heart, is not silly, it's not something to postpone, that it's actually courageous and radical and revolutionary in the most beautiful sense of that word, then that's a lot. Because I know as I've been in prayer and meditation, I just keep seeing all the wounds of the earth, and of course just watching the news, right? But all the ones they all come back to the wounded inner child. So understand how important and essential this work is. So when we go into our inner journey today, and we travel to this soul star chakra temple, we're going to connect. You're going to connect with your soul, and you're going to download more of your soul's presence. Download more of your soul's presence into your physical body. Trust that your soul knows how much you're ready for. Trust that your soul knows the pacing of that. So for some of you, it might feel very immediate, right? It might feel like, wow, I notice it right away. For others of you, your soul understands that there's a gentler process of that. And there's no comparison, there's no judgment. It's not that some people are better than others. It's just wherever you are on your journey. So we're going to download more of our soul's energy into our physical body. So we're going to be asking our soul to do that. This is like upgrading your internet or your Wi-Fi. Like, this is what this is about. Like, really. That's why technology, I know that so many of us on this journey can get so frustrated with technology and can get so like, oh, technology, ew, if I didn't have to do technology, my life would be so much better. or we just think we're just so bad at it, or we see all the terrible ways that technology can be used. But when we are on this path and we recognize that technology is just trying to replicate how our soul works, that technology can be used, first of all, obviously it can be used for such good, like this, right? The fact that I can be doing this and connecting with so many people live and in the replay is amazing. But also that, you know, when you think of upgrading your Wi-Fi, right, or getting a faster internet connection, when we remember like, oh wait, that's just trying to replicate something that I could do spiritually and energetically. That I can upgrade my internet speed within by downloading more of my soul's wisdom and presence and energy. So then it starts to shift, and we actually start to embrace and be able to utilize the technology here in the earth plane in a better, more efficient, flow-filled way. And really also, what am I trying to say? Fill technology, bombard technology with divine light. I understand that we need to be, this is just important, that obviously we don't want to just be on technology all day long and avoid our soul that way. But I've also understand that the divine in our soul is also saying, share your medicine, share spirituality, share your love through technology, so that through the technology airwaves, we're infusing it with love and we're elevating the resonance of technology. So we're going to be doing that when we go in our inner journey. And your beautiful inner child is the scribe, right? She's like the scribe of your soul star chakra. And I wanted to show you, I know if you didn't hear the story, whenever I shared it, I forgot. But you know, like how my inner child wanted to go to the art store. I bought her a sketch pad. I've been drawing with her. And when I was preparing, I was like, can I show one of your art pieces? And she was like, yes, please. So anyway, of course, knowing this is my 5-year-old, so this is what and I'll describe it because it probably is hard because it's light color pencils. But the reason I'm showing this is because I recognize that, oh my gosh, like my little 5-year-old she's like drawing stuff from this Stargate soul star consciousness. And when I can step back, my adult self can step back and not judge her, not criticize her, not try to make it perfect, not try to take over, but just let her draw, which is a whole exercise in itself. This beautiful portal she creates. So I'm going to show you. So she drew the lotus, the crown chakra, and then she's inside the crown chakra. And then she really highlighted her heart. And then on the points of the petals of the crown chakra, she drew those infinity symbols. And then she drew the infinity symbol under her. And then she wanted to draw all these hearts connected to all these infinity symbols that were on the tips of the crown chakra. And then we saw a rainbow yesterday, which some of you might have seen. She wanted to draw this beautiful rainbow around it. But this, again, there's moments as she's drawing where I'm like, what are we going to draw? And then it's like, nope, I just need to let her, because she just creates this. And for you, it might not be, and again, this is my little 5-year-old drawing this. But for you, it might be a different way, a different medium. Maybe it's through words or movement that she starts to communicate with you. But when I saw the end of it, and I don't know if you saw, there's also like this angel that she drew here, and these two faces, these like big angels that are just there smiling at her the whole time as she's in this crown chakra lotus. So when it was done, I was looking at it and feeling like, oh my gosh, this is like feeling, and I shared this before, like it's sending me energy. There's something getting rewired in me as we spent these 10 minutes, as I just really created the space for her to do this. So that's what, wow, and the sun just got super bright. Like that's what, it's the soul star chakra. That's what this does. That's why we need our inner child. Our inner child needs us, that is true. She needs us to help her release trauma and wounding. But we kind of need her more. or him, right? Our inner children are beyond gender, really. So we're going to go ahead and do, thank you, Lorenza. Thank you, Jill. So we're going to go ahead and do our inner journey, and then we're going to do our 9 minutes. So let's go ahead and begin. So take in some nice cleansing breaths and see yourself back on that beautiful golden path. And as you're sitting on the golden path, and actually, I see you, you're going to sit on your golden path. So if you want to put a beautiful cushion, maybe you see this beautiful, I just see this beautiful meditation cushion. That's the most comfortable meditation cushion ever on your golden path. And you're sitting there with your legs crossed. You're sitting on this golden path. And if for you sitting this way is usually not comfortable, know that on the golden path right now, it is the most comfortable position. You're just sitting there on your golden path on this beautiful cushion. And in front of you, you see a beautiful doorway. It's a beautiful, maybe like an archway, a beautiful doorway. And if you actually see a door, see the door opening. And as the door opens, you just see all these star nurseries. So you realize like, oh, this is a portal that's opening. There's all these star nurseries. It's opening into the consciousness of the divine. So you're still sitting on your golden path. You see that portal door open and you see all those star nurseries. And all of this love is emanating from that space. It is vast. You don't see an ending. You can see through that doorway and we're like, wow, it's so vast. It's so loving. It's so safe. And you welcome your beautiful inner child. So I welcome my 5-year-old to step forward. And you welcome whichever inner child. Maybe it's the same one you've been working with through the whole 9-day journey. Maybe it's a different one today. Maybe it's multiple ones. Just whatever inner child or inner children want to step forward. And as your inner child steps forward, you notice that today she seems clearer. She's more open and free. All of the work we've been doing through all her temples, right? The earth star, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. All of that. She's just taking up more space. And she has this beautiful smile on her face. And you recognize that as she smiles at you, that she is a little master, a little wise master, a little Buddha, a little Christ being. You recognize how wise, how loving, how powerful she is. And as she looks at you, she has so much gratitude for you. That you took this journey, that you have been courageous in doing this work. And just let yourself receive. So let yourself receive her gratitude. Receive her acknowledgement that you found her, that you're connecting with her. And as you receive her blessing, so your little inner child is blessing you. Just let yourself receive that. It's very tender. It's very radical. very revolutionary, to allow yourself to receive the blessing of your inner child. So receive that blessing, and she knows exactly how to bless you. She might touch you, she might not, she might just send it through the heart waves. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments to just allow all of our inner children to bless us. So let's do that now. And as you feel that blessing, I feel my inner child is blessing my heart over and over. I've noticed this, I saw this, I don't remember on what day of the novena, but they guided me to wait till this last day. So all the ascended masters that are around us, right? Mother Mary and Buddha and Ascended Master Jesus and Mary Magdalene and Green Tara, all of them that are around us, their little inner child, their little phoenix child is coming forward and standing next to your inner child. So that's what I saw. I saw like Mother Mary's inner child. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it was Green Tara's. And so all these little inner children of the Ascended Masters are standing there with your inner child. And notice how comfortable they are with each other. Notice how your inner child, it's not that, I mean, she feels safe, but she feels like on equal terms with them. She's playing with them. They're laughing together. So feel that connection. And now all of these little inner children of these ascended masters are blessing us. So now we're going to receive the blessing of these inner children of the ascended masters. So I'm going to be silent for a few moments as we receive that now. And just take some nice breaths as you receive that. And they will continue to bless you, but they're like now they're kind of standing to the sides, and that doorway, right, that star portal that looks into the divine consciousness that represents your soul star chakra. Your inner child comes and takes your hand and asks you to stand up, and she leads you to get closer to this star portal. And as she holds your hand, there is one star that gets brighter and brighter for you. So as you look through this doorway, this portal, there's one star that gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And you recognize that this is a beautiful divine download, a blessing from your soul star chakra. And that star is like a shooting star. It comes closer and closer and closer and steps through the portal to your golden path and just lands on the crown of your head. And that star descends to your third eye. And that star comes down to your throat chakra. And that star comes down to your heart. And it moves down to your solar plexus. And it moves down to your sacral, down to your root, all the way down to the earth star chakra. So that star has just like been downloaded fully all the way. And it brings with it this beautiful energy, a divine download. You don't need to know the details right now, although you might. And just let yourself receive that. And as that happens now, all of this light is emanating from this soul star chakra, and it's now increasing the percentage of soul light that you carry. So just sit and let your soul be in charge. Your soul knows exactly how much more you can carry, how much more of your soul's light you can integrate. So just allow that to happen right now. So it's just happening. It's going, this beautiful light is integrating into all of your cells, the nuclei of your cells, the atoms, the subatomic particles, the quarks in the subatomic particles, all the way deep, enhancing, increasing, expanding your ability to carry your own soul's light. Trust that your soul knows exactly how this will unfold for you. And notice as this happens that your little inner child, she has an infinite amount of capacity to carry your soul's light. So amazing that your inner child, she can hold as much soul light as possible. So notice that about her. As she smiles at you, as she just is so happy that you're here, that you've arrived to this moment. So starting to take some nice cleansing breaths. Notice that star temple starting to just kind of, I just see like this vortex of light, vortex of light, vortex of light, vortex of light that kind of dissolves into your golden path. And your beautiful inner child is with you. As we step into this next part of our gathering, which will integrate everything that's happened, not only today, but during this 9-day journey. Welcome. So let's close this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste. And staying in that beautiful resonance, get comfortable. Notice if there's anything you need to do before we step into these 9 minutes. Remembering that these 9 minutes are sacred and they will unfold exactly as they mean to unfold for you. So no pressure. You don't have to be floating on air. You don't have to be like all Zen-like and not think of anything. Just allow your soul to be in charge. Allow your beautiful inner child, your little Buddha within, to lead the way. As there's an integration today of all of the temples from Earth Star all the way up to Soul Star. And this blessing that your inner child and the inner child parts of all of the Ascended Masters are blessing us with today, just letting ourselves receive that. So let's go ahead and light our candle. I do have my timer today, so I'm very happy about that. And get your candle, and if you don't have a candle today, that's fine. You can, depending on where you are with your journey, you can light it up afterwards. I know I'm going to leave this one on today. It's almost to the bottom, so I'm going to leave it lit today until it melts all the way down. So we already have beautiful Guadalupe. And we have our invocation. All right. And I send it out on my newsletter. So if you are not signed up for my newsletter and you want to, please go ahead and do so on my website, lisaespinosa.net. And you will, you can email me directly if you don't have the invocation and you want to receive it. Okay, so we're going to say this together. last time for this journey that we do this together. So all of you who are here live, thank you. And all of you who are watching the replay, blessings to you as well. All of us are creating this beautiful sacred space. So let's say this together. And actually, before that, my little inner child reminded me, for those of you who are new, remember, so this is the cover, right, of my book where this practice is coming from, this teaching. See the infinity symbol and see yourself sitting on the infinity symbol. I am seeing the infinity symbol just traveling up all of our temples today. Up, 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 down, 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 down. And, maybe other ways. You saw what my little inner child did with the infinity symbol. But just perhaps for you, it will do the same. Just kind of allow that to happen. And, okay. So I'm going to hold this and we're going to say this together. As this candle burns, my soul within me burns. As this wax melts, resistance in me melts. 9 days too clear, lifetimes of fear. As I give, I receive. As I heal, I am healed. Doors open, I walk through. I am ready for the new. Abundance comes with ease and grace, for I have finally found my place. All right, I leave her here. And I'm going to start the timer, everyone. So I will be radiating love and light to you as we do this. I'll see you on the other side. And let's begin. Start to take some nice cleansing breaths. Stretch, drink water. I'm going to burn some sage for us here. And as you get yourself back into this full waking consciousness, whoo, man, look at all the smoke. Wow. Okay. Clearing, integrating. So as we do this, I want to encourage you, first of all, to know this is just a beginning. It's not like, so if you haven't done your inner child altar, do it and have it. And an altar is a portal. It's not something static, right? You can use it as a reminder, but it's so much more than that. So have your inner child altar. If you already have one, make sure that there isn't anything that your inner child wants you to do to upgrade it. So check on that. Create an inner child playlist. I love, and yes, I have some Disney songs on there, but I also have some like really badassy songs that are like important as well. And actually I want to share with you, as I was in there, it was so I almost started laughing out loud. It was so joyful. I just kept seeing my inner child like running. She was holding like Mother Mary's hand and Mary Magdalene, and they're all inner children. They're like running through the world, like calling on all the inner children. It was really beautiful, and but I just kept wanting to laugh in the best way. But this song that you might want to, I love, you all know I love science fiction and fantasy and all of that, and Stranger Things, are you kidding? It's like one of my favorite shows ever. So 11 is the character 11, if you haven't watched it, if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, she is like such a inner child archetype, from like wounded self to like phoenix child that has this magical powers. But anyway, there's a song, I say that because there's an album, it's not the soundtrack for the show, but it's this artist that I've been following for a long time, Ingrid Michaelson. She did a whole album inspired by the show, and one of the songs is called Pretty, and I just encourage you to just kind of hear it. It's one of those like badassy inner child songs that is amazing, and I love, and my inner child loves it. It's just like such a kind of going from like the mud of the initiations we've gone through as children to then stepping into our power. So you might want to look that up. So okay, all right, so for the drawing, the way I can do it, because I don't have an assistant right now, is you all put on there that you were present since the beginning, so I have that list. Please, if your Facebook name is something that I would not recognize, because I know sometimes we have that, please make sure you put your name so I know who you are. But I'm going to put, after we're done, I'm going to look at the names. Right, you're just going to have to trust me with it. It would take literally forever if I did this live. So I'm going to write down the names, do a drawing, pull, say a prayer, be like, okay, divine, inner child, soul, whoever gets it, I have the name. And then I'm going to put it on the Facebook page. I'm going to put your name in big letters that is the winner. And then it's up to you to email me, please. Send me an email, and then you will have to email me your address, right? So we're not going to put your address publicly on Facebook. So you email me your address so I can mail you a copy of my book, and then you can tell me in the email if you win, if you want me to dedicate it to you or to somebody else. And then somewhere in here will be hidden this oracle card from a deck that my inner child was like, yes, it is fine to gift a card from this. I'm going to just shuffle, and again, just kind of have the prayer that whatever message is supposed to be for you, you'll have the card, and I'll also make a copy of the page from the information book. So you will have a beautiful gift that will arrive to you from the Ascended Masters to you. So I hope that's clear. that was the only way I could come up with to do that. If I ever do it over Zoom, I guess that would be easier, but this was Facebook Live and we're just gonna go with it. So all right, so that's that. We're gonna do our oracle card reading. A couple of things. First of all, thank you so much, all of you, for being here, whether you were here for the 9 days or you popped in on some of the days. I encourage you to go back and do the whole 9-day journey. And I want to tell you something. If 9 consecutive days, if some of you who didn't do the 9 consecutive days, if you're watching this and right now 9 consecutive days is, you just know that that's a very big leap for you, then do it in weeks, do 9 weeks. but schedule it, commit, say, okay, every Sunday for 9 weeks, I will watch one of the transmissions, and it'll be a 9-week journey for you, right? So like, however it needs to be done for you, but get it done, because the whole journey is important. So thank you, all of you, for being here. I'm going to pull some cards. I also, tomorrow is the last day of September. Oh my gosh, as we step into the last quarter of 2020, and I am doing that Reiki for your career, releasing the major cleansing, clearing Reiki class, and it's free this time. It is free. I don't know if I'll ever do this again. So if you haven't registered, please do so, because you do have to register. It is at 10. If you can't attend live, you will receive the recording. And as I shuffle the cards, I also, yes, please look, my Reiki level 1 is now called something different. It is Radical Self-Care for Wellness Professionals. Yes, I use the word radical. Why? Because I was kind of like, that's been bombarding my brain. And I looked, and the root word of, radical, the origin comes from root, the root cause. So radical self-care is like, not fluffy self-care, not like, oh, I'm gonna go, I have nothing against massage. In fact, I love massage, I love spa, but it's not like a band-aid. Radical self-care is like getting to the core of like, okay, I wanna make sure that I step into leadership, and in order to do that, I have to have this type of self-care. So this is a customized Reiki level 1 training. If you've taken a training before, I highly encourage that you consider taking this one. If you've taken Reiki level 1 with me, I highly encourage you that you take this one also. There is a special rate for those of you who've taken trainings with me before. So my inner child, the divine masters, all kind of really guided me this week to look at my description, and like, I knew it was being upgraded, but there was this whole other level of upgrade. So look at that. That is on Sunday, November 15th. I'm super excited, and it is a virtual offering. So if you're wanting to step into more leadership, you know that self-care, which includes this inner child work, is essential. It's like it's non-negotiable. It's not optional if we want to be in integrity as we do this work. All right, let's see what's the message for graduation. Woohoo, let's see. Sorry. They all want to talk to you. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. The Lapis Lazuli Star. This is from the Star Temple Oracle by, what's her name? Susie Cherub. Starlight is the keyword. My inner vision guides me to my higher purpose. My inner vision guides me to my higher purpose. That is what we're up to here. Your higher vision, inner vision. And who can see your inner vision? Your beautiful inner child. Please know that inner child healing is spiritual maturity. Don't let anyone tell you that it's childish. It is actually the most spiritual, mature thing you can do. It leads to being sober and lucid on this path, and not have all these weird codependency and exiled woundedness inside of us. So please know that inner child healing is spiritual maturity. All right, so trust your inner visions. And we're going to do an animal card. What's our animal guide for this? See, step forward. Cat. I love cats. I didn't before. I did not love them. But I'm so in love with them now. But I have horrible allergies to cats. So all of you, like, send me some sort of healing. Yes, I'm just having quantum healing for my cat allergies. Because if I'm meant to have a cat, these allergies need to go away. So cat, independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Listen to that. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Look at these gorgeous cats. So you're a natural healer. Don't go with the crowd. That was the message for this that seemed the loudest to me. You don't need, not only do you not need to do your healing like others, you're not meant to look like anybody else, because you're here birthing a new world. So don't doubt yourself. Don't water it down. That's what's happening like with my Reiki training. I mean, I've always been evolving it, upgrading it. But again, it was like this time I was like, wait, this is supposed to be like different. Like this is supposed to be the focus. Is radical self-care. So go and build your radical creations. Oh, Lorenza, my beautiful. I know, I remember you talking about Missy. Yes. All right, and let's do a Mother Mary card, since she has been such a beautiful overlighting mentor. And I'm so in love with her inner child. Perfect. Our Lady of Peaceful Change. Our Lady of Peaceful Change. Okay, so this is number 12. So I'm going to read this. I have gotten this card before. I love getting this card. And, okay. There it is. I'm going to read this. Okay, listen. Change is coming to you now, my dear child. It is a change that has been triggered by the loving prayers held deep within your heart. This change does not have to be difficult for you. Trust in me, and I shall ensure that you are supported throughout this change, that you are held safely and securely in my heart as you transition from one way to another. So this whole message is not only that change is upon you, there's this huge, but it's also like, and it can be peaceful. So many of us have gone through so much change, so much initiation. We've been so courageous, and it's been quite challenging. And we've stayed on the path. We understood that, okay, sometimes, a lot of times when we change, it's painful and uncomfortable and all of that. But this card is saying, it doesn't need to be this way right now. That you welcome peaceful change. It's like that's similar to that prayer of, I am willing to start growing through joy rather than suffering. So this is bringing whatever in your life is changing, is evolving, is growing. Mother Mary is here saying, this is going to be a peaceful change. And let me just see the prayer. So I'll just read it together. Our Lady of Peaceful Change, Divine Mother Mary, who loves me without condition, is with me now. I accept her love, protection, and sublime grace with gratitude and trust. I open to divinely inspired change for the greatest good. So be it. All right, my dear. I love all of you. I feel like there's something... Well, just this line. It says, when you pull this card, it brings this specific message. Trust a little more. So that's the final Mother Mary saying for all of us. Even if our trust is great, she's saying, trust a little more. This change will be peaceful. Thank you so much, everyone. It's such a blessing. I'm so inspired by everything you all do and by your inner children. They are such a delight. And continue and commit to this path. And I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow, hopefully, and to seeing you maybe in the Radical Self-Care for Wellness Professionals training that's coming up, and just lots and lots of offerings that are coming up. And thank you for all you do. Bye, everyone. Thank you. See ya. Oh, and please look for your name on my Facebook page to see who was picked for this drawing.